So our next topic is bandwidth. What is bandwidth? It is difference of omega 2 and omega 1 bandwidth. You know that in case of bandwidth, I have already described this bandwidth by using the graph of power. So this is the graph for power and omega. So this one, it is a maximum value, this is maximum value, and we will take the midpoint or half of the maximum value. So you know that what is maximum value? It is f naught square upon 2r. You know that this value is f naught square by 2r, and at this point it is half. It is f naught square upon 4r, because we will divide this term by 2, half, and 2 to the 4. So this is 4r. We will draw a straight line at this half line. You know that when we draw this line will intersect the graph at 2 points, this one. So this frequency is omega 1, its frequency is omega 2. The difference between these two frequencies is bandwidth. So what will be the definition for bandwidth? Bandwidth is the difference in two frequencies at half value of maxima. At half value of maxima means, what is the condition for that? The condition for bandwidth is P average, means highest value, or P average simple, is the half of P average maxima. So this is a condition. Okay. From this graph, it is very much clear that P average is equal to half of maximum value of the power. Maximum value of power is f naught square by 2r, that is half, and the difference in two frequencies at half of maximum power is the condition for bandwidth. So we may define bandwidth, that is, it may be denoted as FWHM, that is full width, at half maxima. Half maximum value, the corresponding full width at half maximum value is called bandwidth. So this is the condition by which we can calculate this omega 2 minus omega 1. So what is P average and what is P average maximum value? You know that P average is equal to, since we know that P average is equal to f naught square r over 2 zm square. Clear? This value is already we have used in the previous article, that is P average is equal to f naught square r upon 2 zm square. And what is the value of P average maximum? Maximum is the maximum value of this P average. So it is nothing, it is f naught square over 2r, 2 into r. So we may put these two values here and here in this condition, and finally we will get this f naught square r, that is P average value, over 2 zm square is equal to 1 by 2 into P average maximum, means f naught square upon 2r, or simply this may be written as f naught square by 4r. Okay. So f naught square is cancelled with f naught square, 2 with 2, and the remaining, the equation is zm square is equal to 2r square. The remaining term or remaining equation, the remaining equation is zm square is equal to 2r square. Simple. Now what is zm? Since zm is nothing, it is square root of r square plus omega m minus s by omega whole square. So when we take it square, then this end root will cancel out, and we will get r square plus omega m minus S by omega whole square is equal to 2r square. Okay. Or in simple words, this r square will go on the right side, shift to the, and omega m minus S by omega square is equal to, this is r square. This r square will go on the right side, and minus r square is r square. And we will take its under root or square root on both sides. We will get omega m minus S by omega is equal to plus minus r. So these are two terms, minus r and plus r. So there are two equations. For minus r, we will consider omega as omega 1. It is omega 1, that is omega 1 m minus S by omega 1 is equal to minus r. This is first equation. Second equation, maybe. I take. This is omega 1 m minus S by omega 1 is equal to minus r. So when I am using this minus r value on the right hand side, then omega is taken as omega 1. And for plus value, I am using this omega as omega 2. So omega 2 m minus S by omega 2 is equal to plus r. So there are two equations, 1 and 2. First equation corresponding to omega 1 frequency, and second is corresponding to the second omega 2 frequency. So you may add these equations by adding 1 and 2, or subtracting 1 and 2 by adding 1 and 2, and then subtracting 1 and 2, and then combining both equations. You will get omega 2 minus omega 1 is equal to r by m. So this is the final result which we will get. So I skipped these two steps. These steps are simple. On adding, this minus r plus r, right hand becomes 0. On adding, right hand side becomes 0, and left hand side you can solve it, and you will get the answer. I think omega 1 into omega 2 is equal to r by m is equal to S by m. Yes, ma'am. I think on adding, on subtracting you will get the different value, and on combining these two values, finally you will get this answer. So this is bandwidth. Omega 2 minus omega 1 is equal to r by m. Okay. So you can solve these two steps yourself, and finally you will get this answer, bandwidth. And finally, third parameter is amplification factor. So we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you very much.